Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of We Ballin' Over Here. We Ballin' Over Here, sponsored by OGARYTV. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, because we ballin' over here. Yes, sir. Before we get into the topic, as usual, I just want to thank y'all for being awesome. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Page doesn't go where it's got to go without y'all, and y'all motivate me, so appreciate it. Thank you. But let's get into it. So, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. What I mean by that? I know you see the cover art, but here's what I mean. Let's get into it. So, as we know, the Raptors did make a trade at the deadline, and it involved Norman Powell and Gary Trent Jr. as the big names in it. And at first, being a Raptor fan, I'm like, I do trust Musai, I do trust the organization, so I let's see how it works. I'm not gonna just, no, why did they do that? They made a mistake. So I gave them their opportunity to say, you know what, let's see how it goes, because Norm's contract was coming to an end at the end of the season, and if we weren't able to keep him, then we would lose him for nothing. And I believe Norman Powell is very valuable. Very, very valuable. So we didn't want to lose him for nothing. So as I said, we had to put a little trust in Musai and the Raptors organization, as we should. And so far, here's what I would say about it. As I said, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. The one thing I love about this is my description of how I see it right now. One guy is headed to that direction on the up and up, and that guy's coming to that same direction just through another route, if you understand what I mean. So what I'm trying to say is that Norman Powell started his career with the Raptors, which is an amazing thing, because the Raptors has helped Norman Powell become the player he is today. So without the Raptors, Norman Powell's not where he is, and teams ain't wanting for him how they want for him. Because I believe if Norman Powell is a free agent, teams gonna want him. They gonna throw that bag at him, and I believe he deserves it. So Norm, keep doing your thing. Now, when it comes to Gary Trent Jr., it's not that he isn't capable of doing what Norm is doing, but I will be honest, he isn't at Norm's level at the moment. He is 22, Norm is 27. There is a little age gap. That makes a little difference. Experience teaches a lot. So, as I said, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So sometimes you might start something, you might not be good at it at first, but if you keep going and keep going, all right, say no more. But yeah, the idea that Gary Trent is supposed to be at Norman Powell's level right now is kind of unfair to him. I believe that we have to give him room to grow, and I believe he will grow. There's maybe, I don't want to diss Portland, but let's say, he picked up a lot of bad habits or so, so maybe he has to kind of, and I'm not saying the Raptors is overall strictly great habits and stuff. We've had players that we couldn't really develop how we wanted to, so, but one thing in common, if that player's willing to put in the work, I guarantee they'll get to where they want to go. And the Raptors will help them in any way possible, and we've seen it with many players. And I'm not saying all those players that didn't get whatever they're supposed to get didn't work hard, but I think there is a level of hard work you got to put in as an NBA player if you want to reach certain levels, because you have all the resources around you to get there. I believe it just takes a lot of discipline. And with the Raptors, they're a great motivating organization, so I'm sure they're going to motivate their players to, put the ego aside, put the I want now, I'm the star now, my team, this, that, I want to shoot. No, they're going to put that aside and be like, come on, guys, we're a team, we're an organization, and we are ready to take over, but we got to do it together. So that's my whole perspective on it. I believe that we might be rushing a young man who has a bright, his future is bright already, but even a brighter future, and we're not giving him the chance to grow, because Yesterday he played in the game and he did not shoot the ball very well. I believe it was 3 for 16, and it wasn't a good look. But at the same time, we can't really kill the young man because Gary Trent Jr. is still growing and he's figuring out the system, learning what the organization wants from him. 3 for 16, and basically we as fans need to allow these young players to grow, because even last night's game, the fact that there's a lot of good young players that we have. Good to see my boy Chris Boucher back up in the building. Yeah, he fired. He ain't never seen a shot he can't make. Chris Boucher, yes sir. And it was great to see him. He gave one of the first plays of the game, came back and showed, I block shots. And one thing I liked about that play, not to go off topic, but I liked how he controlled the ball. And I think Chris Boucher's getting a bit more comfortable dribbling up that ball. So look out for that improvement next year. But oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. That's the beauty of that. Chris Boucher, look at the growth. So if Norman Powell, success story, DeMar DeRozan, Chris Boucher, man, come on, man. Even Kawhi grew around the Raptors. When Kawhi left the Raptors, he was considered king of LA. Walking into LA, his chain dangling from his whip, and he's cruising down the highway like, yeah, this is my city. He was considered the best. Come on, man. You see the Raptors, you see what they can do, you see the players they groom. I like that. You see how they groom their players and send them out into the world as young killers. I mean, gentlemen killers. Something on the good side, but you know what it is, man. I just want to say both players, I would say both organization won. I'm looking forward to seeing what Norman Powell does in the playoffs. The Blazers has always been a team that, are good, but maybe not good enough to get to that final destination to compete for the final ring or, final trophy. But they haven't really got to that level yet, and they've been maybe needing a scorer like Norm because CJ and Dame have to carry a lot of the load. So Norm being there is definitely something good that could help out the Blazers in the playoffs. Looking forward to watching that, so only time will tell. As for Mr. Gary Trent Jr., yes, sir, just focus, bruh. You got what it takes, bruh. I know you like the fly boy stuff. Young man, nothing wrong with that. Do your thing, stun on. But just make sure you play the game right, man. Because we believe in you. I see the talent. You got game. Keep balling, man. Hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, because we balling over here. It's not how you start. It's how you finish. Yes, sir.